Deep in Japan, among stories of tricky spirits and ghosts who want revenge, there's a super scary story about Kuchisake Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. This mean spirit with her messed up face and desire to get even has scared people in Japan for many years. She's like a warning, whispered between friends, a spooky ghost hiding in the dark, a reminder that even in normal places, scary things can be hiding. Kuchisake Onna is more than just a spooky story. She shows how people worry about things, how easy it is for good looks to go away, and she's a mystery that people are both interested in and scared of. Her story, told over and over through time, comes from old stories, but it was in the late 1900s that her legend really scared the whole country, causing a big panic and making her one of Japan's most famous scary stories. The story of Kuchisake Onna reminds us that scary things can hide anywhere. Whether she's a ghost who wants revenge, a way of showing how people worry, or just a scary story to warn us, her story keeps scaring and fascinating people, making sure her legend will never be forgotten. Imagine walking home alone when it's dark, the streetlights making long, creepy shadows. Suddenly you see someone coming closer, hidden in the dark. As they get closer, you see it's a woman with long, dark hair, her face covered by a surgical mask. In Japan, lots of people wear surgical masks if they have a cold or allergies. But there's something creepy about this woman. She stops in front of you, her eyes staring at you from behind the mask. In a quiet, almost pretty voice, she asks, "Am I beautiful?" This question that seems nice is how you know it's Kuchisake Onna, the slit-mouthed woman. The mask hides the scariest thing about her, a huge cut that goes from one ear to the other, a terrible cut that shows sharp, scary teeth. People say the slit-mouthed woman was once very pretty but went crazy because someone was jealous of her or because she got hurt. Now she walks the streets wanting revenge and trapping people in her scary game. Nobody knows for sure where Kuchisake Onna came from. There are lots of different stories about her all over Japan. One of the most popular stories says she was a super pretty woman, married to a powerful samurai who was very jealous and controlling. The samurai thought his wife was cheating on him. He got so mad, he attacked her with his sword, cutting her mouth from ear to ear while yelling, "Who will think you're beautiful now?" Another story says she got badly hurt in an accident and her face was messed up forever. She got so mad about how she looked that she became a mean ghost, hurting anyone she met. Another story says her face got messed up during a surgery, changing her from a woman who wanted to be pretty into a monster who wanted revenge. No matter the story, they all talk about a woman suffering and the terrible things that happen because of men being jealous and mean. Kuchisake Onna's scary face reminds us of the awful things that happened to her, making her want revenge all the time. In the late 1970s, people all over Japan said they saw the slit-mouthed woman. It started with whispers and rumors. Kids came home from school talking about a masked woman who asked if she was pretty. As more people said they saw her, the rumors turned into a huge panic. Newspapers had big headlines about the slit-mouthed woman, and TV news warned parents to keep their kids safe. Schools made plans to keep kids safe, with teachers walking kids home in groups. Police were everywhere, and parents were too scared to let their kids go anywhere alone. Everyone was scared because the story of Kuchisake Onna was everywhere in Japan. What started as a scary story became a really big deal, showing how worried people were about safety and how easily normal life could become scary. The panic of 1979 made Kuchisake Onna one of Japan's scariest and most famous stories. The story of Kuchisake Onna isn't only in Japan. Like lots of scary stories, it traveled to other places, changing a little along the way. In the early 2000s, people in South Korea started talking about a similar woman. This slit-mouthed woman, who people said wore a red mask instead of a white one, seemed to like scaring kids. Even though some things are different, the main parts of the story are the same. The messed up face, the scary question, and the threat of someone getting hurt. The fact that the Kuchisake Onna story went to South Korea shows that some fears are the same everywhere, especially fears about strangers' safety and kids being in danger.